begin, if you will. Let me just position this over here a little bit. It's been quite a while since I've been behind. This is like a mini podium, but it's been quite a while since I've been behind one. Today's message is as you can see, my Bible is here with me. Today's message and sermon, and today this is brought to you by Holy Emmanuel Be Creative Ministries. Um, Be Creative Ministries Mega Church. It is no lead pastor. There is only pastor and pastor, meaning me, my wife, and kids. My name is Minister Jamel Fields Leonard, PhD, philanthropist, writer, director, producer, many things. World well traveled, world traveled too also. Today I would be coming to you with a sermon and lesson plan called 5% Nation. We will be talking to the 5% Nation. We have many peoples, and excuse me as I move around. We have many people who do things differently. Many people who know right, many people who know wrong. Meaning that we all know the difference between good and bad and good and evil, up and down. We all understand that. We all understand that. No one, no child or anyone does not understand that information. So what is totally the 5%? Well, I'm going to keep this short. I'm not going to go too deep or dive too deep into this situation. But we have many different denominations in the following of Emmanuel, Elohim, and Elam. So we have many different congregations coming under one roof, but not actually being under one roof. So we have the 5% Nation. 5%ers. I had given a sermon and a lesson plan on 5%. Now I'm going to break it down very quickly, and I'm going to be very gentle. Not saying that I need to be gentle with them, because they are very strong, and the 5% Nation is very strong. They are very strong, and they're very tough. I believe these to be the God bodies. They're wisdoms of the earth, meaning my wife is my wisdom. My wife is my intellect. She covers me. She makes sure that my mind and my hat and my glasses are on straight at all times, because she is my wisdom. She is my earth, if you will. So we have today's mathematics. Sermon and lesson plan, 5% Nation, today's mathematics. What is today's mathematics? We have 5%. Now, what do we need to do to get to 100%? First, we have to break down the math equations. We have 5%. Let's put the 5% to the side and minus the 5%, but not minus it, but add it as a plus. Now we have 5% that is sitting there with an equal sign. What is equal to that 5%? We could bring in 10%. Then we have 10% plus 5, that equals 15. So we have 15%. Let's bring in another 10%. Then we have 25%. So what is left over to get to 100%? We have 75%. But we are still working with the beginning of 5%. So now we have the 5%, and we have what? 25%. So the 25% and 5% is now 30%. But if we add to that another 30%, we have 60%. We have 60% of a man, 60% of me, starting out with 5 at first, not being 100%. But who says I am not 100% when I'm saying I'm 5%? So now we have 60%, and then we add that 5% into that 60%, and we have 65%. We're trying to get to 100%, 100%. So then we take another 10%, and I know we are moving fastly. We take another 10%. So what is that? We can count by fives. 5, 10. So that is 75%. We have 75% of a man. We no longer have 5% of a man, or 5% of thinking, or 5% of intellect, or 5% of us giving ourselves to Elam. We have 75% that we are giving to him now. But we're going to bring ourselves up to give him 100%. How do we get to 100%? Changing the way that we think and the way that we move, the way that we navigate, the way that we conduct ourselves around who? Others, and who? Our wisdom, our earths. What is our earths and what is our wisdom? Our women. Our women are our wisdom and our earths. So now we are at 75%. Let's add another 10%. So then what do we have? 5, that's 80. 5, that's 85. So what more do we need? How much more do we need to complete and make 100%? We need, what is that, 85%? We need 90, 95%, 100. We need 15%. So which part of our wisdom which part of our wisdom do we need to complete ourselves, to make ourselves whole? And which part of the word do we need to complete ourselves and make ourselves whole? Even if you are following the Quran, or you are following the Bible or the Quran, or you are following what? What else do we have? We have the Bible, we have the Quran, and what else do we have? What else do we have? We have the Torah. We have the Bible, Quran, and Torah. We have the Torah. So what do we need to follow if we are following the Quran, or we are following 5% of the Quran? We have 15% left. So in this percentage of 85%, our wisdom is making up what? 60 to 65 to 70% of our wisdom and our intellect, as they strengthen us and they come to help us, and they place their hands on our shoulders and they hold us to stand up straight and to stand strong before the people, as ministers, as what else? As ministers, as ministers and men of God. And we have many other things. We have imams as ministers, imams as Catholic priests, as Baptist priests, as Buddhists, as whatever you claim. You must present yourself before God as clean and holy. So your wife, your wisdom, if you will, we are not mixing religions, or not mixing we are not mixing Bibles or mixing things. I am telling you what is true and what I know to be true. God created man and woman. Your wife is a part of your rib, just like Adam and Eve. He put Adam to sleep and he took up a piece of his rib and he made Eve. So she is a part of you. This is who he has joined you together to be with. Your wife. Anything else is your choice to do. If you want to be separated from God, you can be separated from God. If you want to join God, you join together in holy matrimony. It says, when I'm a minister and I'm before you and me and my wife are marrying you, I begin by saying such and such and such, this awfully wedded wife. No minister is supposed to say awfully wedded wife. Why would she be awful? And you're just beginning. So you would come to them and say, Do you accept this woman to be your wife? Do you accept this man to be your husband? Why do we have to be awful? There is awful being placed, the word awful being placed in it, that is already separating you apart from each other. Now we are at 85 and we have 65% with your wife being that 65%. Not saying that you are less a man, but as your backbone being strong, and she stands there with you, interlocking your hands as your mate. Your mate, this is for you spiritual. Your spiritual advisor is number one, Emmanuel, to pray to him and pray to his son, who you follow, Jesus Christ. But your wife is also your advisor, who you interact with on a daily basis. She will always give you sound advice. So when she comes to you and say, husband, we need to pray. Oh, husband, I think you should do this. Oh, husband, I think you should do that. You should do what she says if she is of sound mind and sound body and has the right intellect. And she truly has wisdom. And she truly is your earth. Now we're at 85. We need 15%. How do we come to this 15%? By changing our ways and our way of thinking and our surroundings, not our physical surroundings, meaning I live in a certain neighborhood or area, a certain geography, demographics, not that. Your inner man must change so your outer man can change. Your inner man is what is inside you. It is what strengthens you, what guides you, what holds you, what keeps you connected to the higher source, the higher power, Emmanuel. So now we are at 100%. We started at 5% as a 5% nation. And now we are bringing ourselves to 100% as 100%ers. You will still call yourself 5%ers, but you will be at 100% in your mind, body, and your being. And your connection with Elam, your connection with Elohim, your connection with Emmanuel, my Father, and I'm his son, Jesus Christ. I do not bend, fold, or break. Everyone must teach the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not kill is the main one. Anything else that you do out of that is a disservice to Holy Emmanuel, Elohim, and Elam. No matter what you follow, good is good and bad is bad. Everyone knows that. Look, my hands, look at my hands. Look at my hands. I have workman hands. I have workman hands because I'm used to working. But they are still clean. But look what I do. Look at these. These are my gloves. Why do I wear gloves? Why do I wear gloves? Because I don't want to touch anything that is dirty. Everything that looks clean is not clean. And everything that is somewhat looks dirty may not be dirty. Pray over everything and anything that you eat. There's no excuse. If it's pork, pray over it. If it's chicken, pray over it. If it's water, pray over it. If it's juice, pray over it. If it's crackers, pray over it. If it is steak, pray over it. If whatever it is, if it is milk and cookies, pray over it. And I will leave you at that. And I would like to say, peace be unto you. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam. Holy Emmanuel, Elohim, and Elam. 5%, now you have 100%. Have 100%. Whole. Be whole. Be made whole. I'd like to pray with all my brothers and sisters who are going through a tough time right now. I would like to tell you tough times don't last, but tough people do. Do not look at him like he wronged you. Do not look at her like she wronged you, because she did not know or he did not know. The math equation 1 plus 1 equals 2. And then you bring more into the equation, the equation, which are your children and your family. As the numbers increase and the abundance increase in your household tenfold, I bless all of you, because now you are awakening and you are waking up. I bless all of you. Peace, 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 peace. Bless, 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 bless. I love you, I love you, I love you. I do, and I prostrate myself before you. And I don't bow before anyone, I prostrate before you. And I love you, brothers and sisters, everyone, all in all, I love you. Peace and blessings.